Hello guys and welcome to today's stream. So again, this is on YouTube. I'm not streaming on Twitch. Let me lower down my music's volume a little bit. So yeah, welcome to today's stream. Again, this will be a prank kids in ranked. I already hit plat 1, so we're already at the top, so it doesn't matter even if we win or lose. I'm just playing prank kids for fun now. Well, for fun and to get more experience against the new decks that people are constantly spamming out with the Baron de Fleur that just came out. So yeah. So again, thank you for watching my YouTube. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos and commentating on it. I really love to reply to those comments. Anyways, I had a really fun Dinos game today where the opponent did the Max C challenge and the calculations that I had to do to actually make it so that I would be left with 400 HP was I was down to 30 seconds on my opponent's turn. The clock was literally down to 30 seconds when I finished the calculations and came up that my opponent would leave me with 400 HP. That was like an intense game for me when I played it. But anyways, let's get on with our ranked pranks. Let's see. Let's see. So, hmm. My stream's online, right? Yeah, stream's online. That's fine. So again, if you guys think the music is too loud, I'll lower the volume a little bit. But yeah, just let me know in the chat if you guys are in the chat when you guys get into the chat. So I'll just type it in chat. I think music is too loud. Let me know. I'll lower the volume. So I'll just post that in chat. Anyway, so let's get on with today's pranks in ranked. Again, this is the deck that I'm using. I have not made any modifications to the deck whatsoever since the time I started playing it. Well, after I modified it from the Thunder Dragons deck, but after that I haven't modified my deck one bit. So this is the current deck. You guys could ask for a deck profile, I'll give it to you anywhere. You could ask it on Twitch, YouTube, anywhere, I'll just give it to you. So anyway, let's get on with our today's ranked pranks. So our opponent won the coin toss, okay, so we are going second. Why did it not show that I'm going live? What? But anyways, so we only started with Max C as a hand trap. Okay, let me... What is our opponent playing? Machina, okay. Discard one card, add 2 Machina monsters with different names for each other from your deck to your hand. So I'll just activate Maxi over here because I kind of know what a Machina deck does. It's a combo deck, so they do kind of summon out monsters. 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. Okay. 43 cards main deck. So let's see if our opponent, you know, starts special summoning out stuff. So there it is. That's their boss monster that we just saw. This right here, the Machina Citadel, that's their boss monster. And that card just keeps coming back out on the field over and over as long as I keep killing stuff on his field, as long as it sees something getting killed. So he really wants the Harvester. Okay. And he's gonna end his turn on this. Okay, so what's Harvesters? What card does he have in his graveyard? He has Urgent Schedule. So that's the card he specialed out in response to a Maxi. I remember that's one of them in the Shuffle's version. Okay. So here's the thing, right? Okay, so I'll start by activating my place. See, so my opponent does have an Ash Blossom, right? So I won't Raigeki instantly. I'll I'll start my first combo. I mean, he has a Maxi or an Ash Blossom. So what I'll do is I'll go into my first combo. So I mean, first combo piece of Miamu, and I'll cover the graveyard effect of the first prank hits with the place, since he does have a monster on the field, so that he can't Ash Blossom the first effect, right? And after that, after I do that, I'll Raigeki his monster, right? So that the first effect doesn't get Ash Blossom, since the first effect is just, activation from the graveyard with no cover, chain link, or something to it. So he does have a Maxi. Alright. I mean, yeah, sure. I kinda have to. I kinda have to link climb till Doodle Doo to get Pandemonium. So in case he does some plays, I could actually use Pandemonium, go into Weather Washer on my turn. But here's the thing, right? Excuse me. So here's the thing. Do I... So if I go into Weather Washer, my cards won't be immune to card destruction effects because I won't have Bow Wow Bark's pop. So, I mean, do I actually go into my full combo? Because if I go into my full combo after this, I'll end up specialing out. Like, okay, so I can, after this special summon off of this Fansies, I could instantly go into Bow Wow Bark, right? But I can't activate Pranks if I do that. If I go into Bow Wow Bark like that, I'll give him how many? I do have Fansies in my hand. So, I mean, if I have Fansies in my hand, so I don't need to go through another combo to get another combo piece out. I could just pop the Bow Wow Bark on his turn, get 2 cards out, which, oh, so I have to special summon out. So he's gonna draw 1 and 2 more cards if I go into this combo. Do I want to give him 2 cards, or do I want to just end the combo right here and just go into Weather Washer? What do I care about more, him drawing 2 cards or me actually going into Battle Butler on my turn? I care more about going into Battle Butler, right? Yeah, I care more about going into Battle Butler than going into Weather Washer. So I'll give him this. I mean, as long as he doesn't get a Called by the Grave off of these draws, we're pretty safe, right? I don't want to go into... No, right? I don't want to do that. I don't want to go into Unicorn to bounce those cards. So I'm just going to go into Bow Wow Bark. I'll go into Bow Wow Bark, and I will use the activation to burn him for 500, but I won't use the secondary effect of specialing out a monster on the field. So it'll burn him for 500. Since I do have 1 combo piece, which is Fansies in my hand, I'm not gonna allow him the draw off of that. I mean, so now do I want to use Raigeki top? I could just hit him with Bow Wow Bark and pop his card. So do I want to use Raigeki? No, I don't, right? So even if I go pranks, the 3 cards I could get out, 1, 2. Could do 1, 2. Well, I'll be forced to do Meow Moo. No, I could do 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2 on my turn. So yeah, I'll do it that way. So I'll activate pranks. So I'll go into battle phase, just hit him with my Bow Wow Bark to pop his Metal Cruncher. I'll go into main phase 2. So since I have Pandemonium set up, I could, even if he denies us our Bow Wow Bark, we could still use these 2 cards to go into Pandemonium into Weather Washer. And then using Weather Washer's active effect, we could get out Bow Wow Bark, and if he doesn't call by the grave the Bow Wow Bark, we could get Bow Wow Bark and do out on the field, right? Yeah, so I'll put this on. I'll activate Prank Kids Pranks. I'll get 1, 2, and 3. Since I have a copy of Fancies in my hand, I'll get the Fancies out. I'll get those 3 cards out from my graveyard and into my deck. So yeah, just tell me if you guys think my music is too loud, I'll lower the volume. So we did get a Harpy's Feather Duster off of it. It was a 1 turn too late, but you know, whatever. I'll activate Bow Wow Bark, see if he denies me my Bow Wow Barks effect. So he does have a negation or an activation that he can't use in this turn. So let's see what he does. Oh my god, he had a Call by the Grave setup, okay. So he's gonna Call by the Grave my Bow Wow Bark, alright. Okay, so let's see what he does. I mean, we still have Pandemonium active. We could use Pandemonium, use these 2 cards, and go into, okay, discard. So the card I have to worry about is the Citadel, right? So the Citadel says, if a face-up Earth machine monsters you control except Machine Citadel is destroyed by battle or card effect while this card is in the graveyard, you can special summon this card. So, as you see, it's going to keep specialing out that card. Once per turn. So what does this card do? This card is destroyed by battle or ends into the graveyard. Target 1 card your opponent controls. Destroy that target. Before resolving an opponent's monster's effect that targets this face-up card, look at your opponent's hand and discard 1 card from their hand. Oh man, so they're gonna end up probably discarding the Raigeki from my hand. So what I'll do is I'll just activate Pandemonium right now. So in case he does that and discards one of the Prank Kids, I'll be stuck with having nothing on my field. So before he does that, I'll just go into my Weather Washer. So that at least we have something on the field that we can play with. I mean, do I want to? No, right? I don't. Yeah, I don't want to activate Roxy. I need these 2 cards in case he sets down something or, you know, has, like, if he doesn't discard the Raigeki, then I could wipe out his whole field, right? So the card I'll send will be Another Place. Special summon out a monster, yes, and I'll special summon out Roxy's. I'm not gonna activate Weather Washer's effect. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till he either goes into battle phase or puts down something that, you know, targets my Weather Washer. You can add 1 infinite monster from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, you can target 1 machine monster, exceeds monster you control, then to activate it. Change the battle position and attach this card to it as a material. Okay. So the first effect will be getting an Infiltrack monster. Alright. So Infiltrack deck, this deck revolves around using this card that he just got, the Dozer. I think Dozer is the one that lets any monster that has this card as an Xyz material attack twice, right? Or is it Harvester? I mean, the whole idea of this deck is putting out big Xyz monsters and then making them attack like 2 or 3 times a turn and just OTKing your opponent through that. Tunneler? Was it Tunneler? No, it's not Tunneler. Okay, Super Express, but so here's the thing. So do I want to wait for him to go into some Xyz monster that denies me my card effect? No, right? So I'll just activate Weather Washer right now. I'll just activate Weather Washer and be done with this activation because I don't want him going into some big, some big monster and that has a negation effect of my monster. Because if he gets some Xyz monster like that out on the field, and once he goes into battle phase to pop my Weather Washer, I can't activate Weather Washer's effect, right? Because it's a hard once per turn. So I would rather just use the Weather Washer before he actually goes into something like that. So hey guys, welcome to my stream. I mean, yeah, stream. So yeah. So let's see what he Xyz up into. He could even link. I mean, even if he link climbs into, I mean, our Bawa Bark did got negated, right? So if he link climbs into access code will get 2 attacks with the material with the materials that he uses, depending on the material that he uses for the link climb. And if he does that, how many? He doesn't have any link materials in the graveyard yet, but let's see what he does. Okay, he's gonna get the Brutal Dozer out. One infinite monster from your deck in defense, which is the Trencher, but it has its effects negated, okay. What's the card? Okay, he's starting to link climb now. Oh man, this is gonna be, it's probably gonna be an access code with 2 attacks and popping my whole field. I'm pretty sure that's what it's gonna be. No, it's not. Okay, so it's going into River Storm. Add it to your hand and send it to your graveyard. So it's gonna add, oh man. Destroy, okay. He's gonna go into another Goliath. He's gonna summon this. So if he uses this card as an Xyz material, if he takes this card out, he can pop a card. And since our Bawa Bark's effect did get negated with Called by the Grave, he can pop our cards. We're not immune to, our Prank Kids cards are not immune to card destruction effects. Okay. Okay, so I don't know if he knows, but with access code, you can only use each type of link monster once. So I don't know why he's throwing 3 Goliaths in his graveyard. I mean, it's his strategy, right? He could be thinking about something that I can't be thinking about because I don't play this deck. I know what this deck does in general, but okay. And he goes into Gustav Max. That's gonna hit us for 2000. Okay. So is he gonna go into Zeus? He could go into Dreadnought. I mean, Super Jugger, not Dread, Juggernaut Leap. That's 6000. It's gonna hit us for 6000 on this. Okay, so we're down to 1000. But he can't declare an attack with this card because he used this card's effect. So let's see. These 2 cards are immune to destruction by battle because we got them out using our Weather Washer's effect. He can still kill this card. Okay, he's gonna get the Stormer out again. Oh no, he's not getting Stormer, he's getting Harvester, okay. I mean, he still can't attack us. It's his main phase too. His battle phase ended, so... And I don't think this deck has any way to burn your opponents. This deck only goes into big monsters, and using that one monster that lets you attack your opponent twice in one turn, that's their main thing. Okay, so he got 5 cards out by banishing the Tunneler. Okay. Oh, nice. 3 cards. What are the 3 cards you need? Or did you make a Prank Kids like my deck, or did you make your version, or did you do something else with it? Because my version, I run pure Prank Kids. I don't run Thunder Dragon's engine, nor do I run Forbidden Droplet. No Forbidden Droplet, no Crossout Designator, no Dark Ruler no more. So yeah. Let's see what the card. Then target that many cards and destroy them. How many materials did it discard? 2. So I could destroy 2 cards on my field. Okay. Let's see what cards. I guess place. Okay, so place and pranks. I don't care about place and pranks getting destroyed because I could just get them back out with Doodle Doo. If I link climb into Doodle Doo, I could just get them back out. So I don't care about that. He's gonna get the Harvester back in his hand. Like this deck they just start dishing out big monsters and they have such recycle potential. Skill Drain, I mean I can't activate Skill Drain. I can if I use Dropsy's effect. So none of these cards are immune to card destruction effect, right? When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can attach that monster to this card's material. Okay, it's not immune to card destruction. You can detach one material from this card, it gains 2000, not immune to card destruction. And the 2 cards that he took out from the XZ summon. This card doesn't make your card immune to card destruction, and this card doesn't make it your card immune to card destruction. Is this immune to card destruction? Link summoned, you can add 1 Ancient Gear, okay, you can target one spell trap you control and 1 face up, destroy the card if you destroy it, okay. Okay, so I am just going to hit him with Raigeki to clear out his field. So none of his monsters were immune to card destruction effects. So let's see what he does. I mean, I have enough. Oh, he's gonna get the Citadel out. Oh, I forgot about the Citadel. Okay, so Citadel is a hard once per turn. So if I destroy his Citadel, that's it for him. You can target 1 machine monster you control, destroy the machine monster, and 1 monster your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to 8. Okay. So he doesn't have any machine monsters on the field, which is pretty good for us. So I'll start Link climbing. This card can be targeted, right? Yeah, it can be targeted. So I'll start Link climbing into my stuff, go into Nightmare, bounce this card, then go into access code and just pop him. And that's gonna be GG's, right? Unless he has, oh, he could have an Ash, oh no. I mean, we do have enough materials on the field. Okay, so he's gonna pop his card and all our cards. Okay, so that just... I forgot that it could target itself. But I mean, at this point, it's just game over now. I can't do anything with this. Okay, so what I could have done differently, I can't even activate Skill Run because Skill Run is just gonna kill me. But this is game over right here because I didn't draw into any Prank Kids monsters. But yeah, as I was saying, what I could have done differently is that I could have first Link climbed into my Totally, Yeah, I could have link climbed into Totally first, because I know the Citadel's effect would have been activated from the graveyard. Like, I had that in the back of my mind, but I was too excited about the Raigeki. So I could have link climbed, I mean, could have exeed into Totally, then Raigeki'd his field, and then when he activates the card from his graveyard, I would have been able to totally the Citadel activation and deny him the Citadel activation. So I would still have monsters on the field and actually go into my stuff. And probably could have killed him too, right? Yeah, I should have done that instead of just straight up Raigekiing him. Anyways, new game. Let's see. A pretty good hand. We do have we do have Called by the Grave, so he's gonna maxi. Yes, I was gonna say we do have Call by the Grave, so we could counter their maxi. So I'm just gonna negate the maxi. So since I used Call by the Grave on my turn, this turn, on my opponent's turn, if I activate maxi, my maxi is gonna get negated. So I can't activate maxi on my opponent's turn now, because Call by the Grave says negate target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, banish it, and if you do until the end of the next turn, its effects are negated, as well as the activated effects and effects of the on the field of monsters with the same original name. So if you call by the grave your opponent's Ash Blossom on your turn, you can on their turn you cannot use Ash Blossom on your opponent's stuff because it's gonna get negated by Call by the Grave's effect. So keep that in mind. So my Maxi is basically dead on my opponent's turn. My Maxi will come back online at the end of my next turn. So yeah. So off of the Roxy's effect, I'll just banish the Maxi. I'm not gonna care about the Maxi in my hand now. So I'll just go into, since I do have a polarization, I'm gonna go into Totally Awesome Combo if our opponent doesn't Nibiru us, which we'll see if he has on this Fancy's Resolution. But yeah, I mean, if he has his toggle off, it's not gonna blink over on his side, his board's not gonna light up, but if it's on auto or on, it's gonna go over on his side, and it's gonna show us that he has Nibiru that he can use. So, do I want to get Pranks or do I want to get Plays? I'll get Pranks. I'll play Greedy. I'm not gonna play it safe. Playing it safe would be you getting Plays because you'd have Monster Reborn and Places Search to get one monster on the field from your graveyard and one monster from your deck into your hand to go into your Rocket Ride. But I'll play Greedy. I'll play Greedy and get my Pranks. Special summon out a monster, which will be my Lamsey. See if his field lights up, and he does have a Nibiru. Oh, I should have played it safe. I should not have done this. I should not have played Greedy. So he does have Nibiru. So now here's the thing, right? If our opponent doesn't Nibiru till we go until totally hits the field, then the Nibiru is useless. We could just negate the Nibiru. But will our opponent allow us to go till... Oh man, will he allow us to go till totally? That's the question, right? Hand traps, 2 cross out and totally okay. I'm mainly getting this deck for 2 reasons. One, something new for my scrap dinos and beast, sacred beast and god, but it's also just letting me farm up to big negates for... Oh, pretty nice. No. It's max. I mean, Call by the Grave. I'll show you. I'll keep the Maxi in my hand. I'll show you. It's the Maxi is gonna get negated. It's not gonna go up. So where's the Call by the Grave? So until the end of the next turn, its effects are negated as well as the activated effects and effects of the on the field of monsters with the same original name. Technically speaking, when you use Call by the Grave on Ash Blossom and Maxi, and when you use Call by the Grave on your opponent's Ash Blossom or Maxi, and then you yourself use either Maxi or Ash Blossom, whatever you used your Call by the Grave on, it's considered going from, instead of going from what? So it's instead of it's considered activated effect. So it's considered from going from the hand or field to the graveyard. It goes from hand, field, graveyard. So it's like it's one of those, hidden rules, I would say. It's like some of the rules for Yu-Gi-Oh are really, really weird. They're really, really weird and funky. So you just have to get used to them. So our opponent did have a Nibiru, and he was playing. What's this deck? So Tenyi. Okay, so he's playing Tenyi with Psyche stuff in it. Okay. I mean, I know what this deck does. It's pretty good. It's not high up there, but it's like middle tier. I know what it does as well. It's like a bigger version of Prank Kids where you just instead of Link Climb, you Synchro Climb into your big monsters. Yeah, so because I have suffered from that enough to know that that's one of the hidden rules, so that's why I'm just saying it out. I've like because I've been I have Nibiru and Called by the Grid. Okay, so pot of P. So let's see how many cards he banishes. So how many? Six. Okay. So he's playing. Oh man, he got Macrocosmos. He'll select Macrocosmos or Torrential. If it's Macrocosmos, I'm dead. I'm dead. Like, I can't do anything against Macrocosmos. Unless I draw into a hard Harpy's Feather Duster. Macrocosmos is gonna kill me. So one of those two cards that down is Macrocosmos. And I didn't draw into... it just activates Macrocosmos. I don't want to Ash Blossom because the effect you Ash Blossom is the special summon for Helios, and these decks don't run Helios, so yeah. And this deck usually they run skill drain of their own, so I'm assuming my skill drain is gonna be useless anyways. The other card could be a Torrential Tribute, right? It could be a Torrential Tribute to Torrential Tributes my. Oh, he's gonna banish my Lampsies. Okay. It's Deinonymiscus. He's gonna banish my stuff. He even had a Kaiju in hand. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Let me enjoy the game. Why do you play stuff like this? So, the Cubic deck. I mean, I don't have any thoughts on the Cubic deck. It looked pretty good. It looked pretty good in the anime. But, I mean, I don't have any thoughts about it. Another pot of P. So as I was saying, it's one of those, hidden game mechanics where if you how many cards did he banish? Another 6. I'm just gonna Ash Blossom that. I'm not gonna allow him more draws. So there are a lot of hidden rules in the game that you have to be aware of. So like for example, interaction between I don't know if you know the interaction between Wrong Miniad and Skill Drain. Whatever comes first is the thing that affects the other card, even with Utopic Draco Future. I don't know if you know that interaction because if you activate Skill Drain before Wrong Miniad hits the field, Wrong Miniad's effect of it being not affected by other cards and stuff like that, that's out. You could Raigeki it and kill it straight off, even if it has 6 materials on it. So yeah, those are the kinds of hidden effects that, like hidden interactions you need to know about. So I'll just go into I'm just gonna keep boinking him in the face with with 1500. See what he does with this stuff. So to be honest, he's gonna end. Okay. So what I want to do is since he doesn't have Torrential Tribute, right? We could keep summoning monsters out. Since he doesn't have Torrential, we could keep summoning monsters out. So what I want to do is get my 3 monsters for the Butler combo into my graveyard as soon as possible. So I want to get Dropsies, Lamsies, and Fansies into my, I mean, not graveyard, into my banishment pile. It doesn't matter if it goes into the graveyard or the banishment pile, but I want to do that. And I need to have two effect monsters on the field so that I could use those two, go into Predaplant, and then use, holy, and then use Thunder Dragon Fusion with Predaplant's effect to get monsters back out. I mean, to get Butler out on the field by returning the cards from my banishment pile into my hand, into my deck. So he still doesn't have a Torrential. I don't know what that card is. It could be a Denko Sekka for no, he can't be, because he has one set row. If you have set row, you usually don't run Denko Sekkas, right? So it could be a monster with 2000 defense. So what I'll do, I'll just go into Nibiru. I don't care about those cards going into my banishment pile. I want those cards to go into my banishment pile. So it was a 1000 defense monster, okay. Hey, skill drain, baby. Anyways, yeah. So his card goes into banishment as well. So usually banished decks, they run Grand Maju. So he has 27 cards in his banishment pile. So 27 times 400. That's how much attack defense. No. Unless he can't get rid of the skill drain on the field, his Grand Maju's dead. Because skill drain will cancel out Grand Maju's stuff. Oh, yeah. So if he can't get rid of... He's going to give us a Kaiju, okay. So as long as skill drain's on the field, right? Yeah, as long as skill drain's on the field, we're pretty okay. I'm gonna set down my Fansies, go into attack, do this. Grand Maju, as I told you, Grand Maju, skill drain's on the field, so it's gonna be 0-0. So we don't care about that. It's not gonna kill us. So technically, I could use these two, since these two are effect monsters, to go into Battle Butler right now. But I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna wait my next turn to do it. See if I draw into another named monster. So he's gonna use that to get rid of a skill drain. Yes, I knew that. It's skill drain kills his Grand Maju. So now he's at the perfect HP to kill him with my Butler combo. Okay. Eater of Millions. And so he's gonna kill us this turn. I was not expecting the Grand Maju. I mean, I was not expecting the Cosmic Cyclone. He had two Grand Majus in his hand, but yeah. I probably should have not greeted and went into Battle Butler last turn. I probably should have went into Battle Butler last turn. I probably shouldn't have greeted. I kind of greeted with my play because I wanted to surprise him with the play, but I shouldn't have done that. Okay, so that was my mistake. So DD Dynamite, that's just a cancer deck, my guy. That's just straight up cancer deck. There's no there's no playing around that. Hmm. Wait, did I win or lose the coin toss? I mean, it doesn't matter now. How high is my volume? I mean, it doesn't matter now. How high? Okay, that's fine. So we're playing against Salamangreat. Okay. Like as long as Konami doesn't ban out one DD Dynamite. Like they have to semi-limit the DD Dynamite, right? Because with Trap Trick they could discard one, set one, they could get another one off of draws, and that's basically game over with Banquet of Millions. So they have to either semi-limit it or like put it down to one. If they put it down to one, that's just gonna completely kill the deck. If they semi-limit it, then opponents would we would get a chance. If we play against it, we would get a chance to out the deck even if they are going first. Unless they hard draw the two copies of DD Dynamite. So yeah. I'm gonna allow this. Let's see. No, no. Oh, he got Lady Debug, but Lady Debug is not Salamangreat card. Okay. So he doesn't get anything. He's gonna activate Spinny. Okay. Oh, that's fine. He's gonna get. He just wanted to get Spinny in the graveyard, I assume. To activate Spinny's effect from the graveyard. Special summon out the Spinny. Okay. The reason why I'm not imperming is because I want to imperm his combo piece, the Link to Salamangreat Wolf or Myriad Stella. I could even uh, imperm this. Let's see. So he already normal summoned. He already used Spinny's effect once. Does this have a graveyard effect? And a face-up spell trap is on the field. You can discard one summon this card. Then you can destroy one face-up spell trap from the field. Okay. So I'm gonna imperm this. I don't want him to special summon out another monster. Oh, okay. Music, the volume's good, okay. He's gonna set down one card. That card could be the Omni Negate Trap card, but for the Omni Negate Trap card to work, he has to have a Link monster on the field. And he only has Xyz monster. So, do I want to Raigeki? Do I want to instantly Raigeki this? He can't special summon more stuff, even with anything he has set down, he can't summon out more cards, right? So I'm just gonna Raigeki his thing, and I'll start Link climbing into my combo. So with Prank Kids, one of the cool effects you could do with Monster Reborn is, so right here, right? Say I didn't have Call by the Grave in my hand, and say I was going first, and even going second, say I didn't have Prank Kids place on my field. So what I could do is, I would not activate the Prank Kids monster's graveyard effect. Monster Reborn that monster, then go into Doodle Doo using the Monster Reborn monster and my Meow Moo. So after that, I'll activate the graveyard effect of that card and then chain link it to Doodle Doo. So that way, we would be safe from Ash Blossom plays. So that's one of the ways you could utilize Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn is usually used as a combo extender for Prank Kids anyways. So yeah. I mean, even if he Ash Blossoms this right here, I was gonna say, I have Call by the Grave, right? So even if he Ash Blossoms, we're pretty good. So I'll special summon, doesn't matter, except for Roxy's. Anything except for Roxy's, I'll special summon. And then just keep Link climbing into my stuff, so I'll go into Doodle Doo. So let's see, that card could be Imperm, right? It could be Imperm, it could be Called by the Grave, what else could it be? I mean, I'm thinking staple hand traps. It could be the Omni Negate for Salamangreat, but that card can't be activated, so it was Imperm. I mean, we don't care about him imperming our Doodle Doo. We're gonna go into another Doodle Doo anyways, so that's useless. It just denies us a search for pranks. That's about it. So I'll special summon out my Lampsies. So again, if your opponent imperms your Doodle Doo, never activate that Doodle Doo, because even if it goes into the if you tribute that card, if you tribute Doodle Doo to activate its second effect, it will just get negated because imperm the cost is tributing itself, so it goes from the field to the graveyard, but it's already been negated on the field itself once, so the secondary effect will not go off. So never do that. But yeah, so now I'm basically free to do anything I want to him. Do I have, can I, 7,500, can I have 7,500 damage on the field? I'll go into Roxy's. I don't have, so I can't summon out a token, right? Yeah, I can't summon out a token. So instead of summoning out a token, I could do, I probably should have went into Bawa Bark, right? Because if I want to go into Rocket Ride, I could have gotten Bawa Bark and Doodle Doo. But Pandemonium would lock us into Prank Kids anyways, so it doesn't really matter. That would could only go into Link Climb into our Rooster. So yeah, I'll just go into my Bawa Bark. I'm not gonna do anything fancy with this. Like I could go into my Protoplant, then get my Butler out on the field. Actually, I'll banish the Maxi I have in my hand. Special summon out a monster. So here's what I'm thinking, right? If I use these two cards, go into Predaplant, I could use Predaplant's effect, not go into Thunder Dragon, I could go into Instant Fusion. If I do that, go into Instant Fusion, go into Rocket Ride, pop my Rocket Ride, get two level 2s, which would be two Link 2s, which would be Doodle Doo and Bow Wow Bark. So I would have Predaplant, Bow Wow Bark, and Doodle Doo. I could use, and then I could Link Climb into, but that would just be 4, 5, 6, 6,300. I'd only have 63. Oh no, that's game, right? Because I have a Monster Reborn in my hand. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Okay. So here's what I, okay, so I'll do this. I'll do it this way. I'll go into Predaplant. I'll activate Predaplant's effect. Okay, take 2,000. I'll go into Instant Fusion. No. With Instant Fusion, I'll get Rocket Ride. I mean, if he doesn't Nibiru's us, he's dead this turn. No, I'm not gonna... What? Why can't I activate... Wait, what? Am I missing something? Yeah, this is the deck that I went Plat 1 with. I think it was like 3 or 4 days after the reset hit, I hit Plat 1 with this deck. Okay, so... Oh! This locks us, right? Yeah, this locks us. Predaplant locks us. You cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn. I forgot about that. Predaplant locks us. Yeah, I kinda goofed. Kinda goofed. But that's whatever, that's fine, that's fine. Our opponent is down to 3 cards, so let's see what our opponent does. I was thinking like I had this planned out. What just went wrong? And then I realized Predaplant's secondary effect is that you cannot special summon after you use Predaplant's effect. Completely goofed. Like okay, sometimes I um I know the cards effect. I know what that card does, but sometimes I start goofing up on cards effects. All right, so let's see what his combo ends on now. That's all we care about. So in my head, so if that secondary effect of Predaplant, if part of the effect wasn't there for Predaplant, my combo was to go into Rocket Ride, get Bow Bark and Doodle Doo out on the field, then using that at that point I would have Predaplant, Bow Bark, Doodle Doo, use two of the materials, Link Climb into Access Code. I'm sorry, Link Climb into Nightmare, then using the other two materials left on the field, Link Climb into Access Code, so Access Code would have been 5300, and then use Monster Reborn to get either Bow Bark or Doodle Doo out, so that would have been 7300. Oh, that still would have been enough, 7500. But yeah, I kind of goofed on this. This one line, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn. Kind of goofed on just that. What what card's effect did he activate? Okay, so I'll just one called by the Grave it. What's this? Shuffle that target into the deck. If you do special summon this card to your zone. Okay, so I'll just banish this. Nope. Okay. Nope. Don't want you special summoning out your Spinny either. Get banished, mate. Get banished. Field spell, okay. So he kinda will go into... Oh, he got another Spinny in his hand? Okay. So that Call by the Grave was useless. No, but Spinny is hard once per turn, right? Yeah, it's hard once per turn. Splash Mage, okay. Oh, Foxy is considered a Cybers monster? Oh, these are all Cybers monsters. Okay, so Splash Mage is pretty good. Update Jammer. I mean, I'm pretty sure he can't OTK me this turn. And even if I don't draw into... it was Link 2, right? Yeah, so that this just get bumped up to 4300. So I don't care about 4300. He could pop it, yeah, sure. He could pop the Predaplant. He's not gonna, okay, so he's gonna attack it. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, he gets two attacks with the thing. Ugh. I should have waited with the Call by the Grave. I got too greedy with the Call by the Grave. Did I lose every match I played today? No, I won. The first game opponent scooped. Then I lost two. Oh. Oh, I gotta focus. I gotta focus. That card gives him two. I kind of used it too early. I should have, but no, you can't activate anything in response to. No, but okay. So if I had one Call by the Grave left, as soon as his access code would have hit the field, I could have called by the Grave that card that he. No, but the material that he uses makes so that he get attacked twice. So even if I use Call by the Grave, it wouldn't have mattered. He would have attacked twice with it anyway. So saving Call by the Grave wouldn't matter. Ooh. I mean, it all went downhill from the Predaplan play. Let's be honest. Okay, so pretty sure my opponent's playing Eldritch, because generally only Eldritch players run run this. Oh, it's not Eldritch, okay. Sky Iris. So it's playing a Magician Pendulum or Odd Eyes Pendulum. Like usually, whenever someone pot of extravagances, I just assume it's Eldritch. It could be Eldritch, it could be a cheap version of Sky Striker or Prank Kids because they do run pot of extravagance in the cheap versions. Even in full decks, they sometimes run it. I've seen them run it in their actual decks as well when they get full URs in there. But our opponent is playing Odd Eyes. So now is this the FTK Odd Eyes? If this is the FTK Odd Eyes, I'm probably gonna die because I don't have any negates in my hand. Hmm. Okay, so he used his pendulum. He used his normal. Oh no, that's still pendulum. So he hasn't used his normal yet. That's his normal. So I gotta read card effects now. What does this card do? Oh, now we draw Ash Blossom. Nice. Okay. Okay, so that doesn't affect us. This card is Pendulum Summoned or Flip Summoned. Neither player can special summon monsters from the extra deck while this card is face up on the field except a more fetch monsters. This card was normal summoned. It wasn't Pendulum Summoned or Flip Summoned. Oh man, this card this card is gonna deny us our special summon. Okay. Every card's effect is that the opposing player can't special summon monsters. So we're locked out of our extra deck completely. So our only out is Skill Drain or Raigeki, right? We need to have Skill Drain or Raigeki to actually counter this board, because I'm not running Forbidden Droplet. Hmm. So here's the thing, right? I could have gotten normal Roxy's kill this card, but I want to get my prank butler material into my graveyard so that in case I draw into a Raigeki or skill drain, I could actually go into battle butler using this. Yeah, I'm not gonna allow that. You already have enough OP stuff on your field to deny me. Monster used to gain 7,000 HP. But I mean, yeah. Really? They have another monster that locks the spell trap zone? Okay. What did he just activate? Odd Eyes Revolution. Okay. You can discard this card, but add one level or lower dragon pendulum from your deck to your hand against protective items. Okay, so I'll just call by the Great Bat. Interesting. So the odd eyes that I ran into, I put up a video today of. They they logged me the Divine Dragons card, the spell card, the continuous spell card. It's like a one-sided skill, not one-sided, two-sided skill drain where if they have a level 8 or higher monster on the field, any card that gets summoned on the field gets has its effects negated. That's what I ran into today when I was playing off stream. Oh, I did get skill drain, but that's one turn too late. Cause so if I kill this with Roxy's, he'd still have enough damage to kill me if I activate skill drain, right? That's gonna be 300. So 3520. I'll be left with 2950 if I activate skill drain. I mean, even if I put down Fancy's face down, he's just gonna bump it with this card first. If he knows what he's doing, he's gonna bump it with this card first and then hit me with these two. So that's gonna kill me again. Alright, Geki would have been useful over here. Like, skill drain is one turn too late now. Like, that's just game, right? Well, let's see what our opponent does. I mean, I want to surrender right here, but let's see what our opponent does. Let's see if he goofs up somewhere. I think I have one or two videos where my opponent did summon out the Arc Rebellion, and his Arc Rebellion was at 10k, but I still played through it. Like, he hit me with the 10k Arc Rebellion, but I survived that turn, and I still played through it and killed him. He had like full board, and I still played through it and killed him. Okay, so he's gonna go into attack, so I can't activate skill drain. $28. I'll put this on. If he doesn't, now I can activate skill drain. I'll be left with 400. Okay. End of battle phase. Okay, so I can activate skill drain. So now I could go into I'm out of the extra deck lock. So I could go into my extra deck now. Oof, he did not get any more monster summons, so that's pretty good now. So I already have one Fancy Dropsies in my graveyard. So, like, do I want to start with Dropsies? Like, do I want to start with Dropsies because I need the life points, right? Or do I want to play greedy and start with Fancies? No, I'll start with Dropsies. I need the life points more than the greedy play. So I could Thunder Dragon fusion into Battle Butler on this turn itself. This will lower all his monsters' attack points by 500. I'll go into Fancies next because I need the discard. I have no spells in my graveyard. Or the spells that I need. The Pandemonium and Pranks in rotation. So let's see if I could actually make a comeback from this. I mean, I know skill drain's on the field, but I'm just, covering my bases for Ash Blossom with this play, with the chain linking. So Okay, so do I want to discard Pranks or Pandemonium? What do I want more? I kind of want the Pandemonium over Pranks. I don't care about the recycle effect right now. I care more about going into Rocket Ride, right? And he has an Abiru. Come on. I just started my turn. I mean, it doesn't matter. We could go into our battle, but I'll kill his Nibiru anyways. But I just started my stuff. I just started my combo. I mean, sure, why not? I'll just activate Thunder Dragon. I'll go into Battle Butler. Like how much stuff can he do to me? He already made it so that I was logged out of my extra deck from turn one. I barely managed to get past all that stuff in turn six, and he abused me. Whatever, my guy, whatever. Okay. No, I'll put this back on auto just for this turn. Oh, he's scooped! He's scooped! Yo! Oh, thank God he didn't have a monster to special, or he didn't get anything to set his pendulum to get monsters out on the field. Somehow made a comeback from that. Oh man, he was wearing two Nabirus as well. Two Nabirus, Raigeki, called by the. If he had any of these cards in his hand, I would have been super dead. Ooh, dude, that comeback. Oh, oh, gave him the chills right there. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, except for the fact that he scooped, I'm pretty happy with the fact that I actually made a comeback off of 400 HP with that play. Holy shit. Okay, so place and polymerization. So I could go into totally, but no hand trap protection. Let's see. Let's see if he Ash Blossoms this. If he has, he doesn't have an Ash Blossom, so okay. I'll get Dropsies off of this. I could go into a full combo. So full combo with totally, full totally awesome combo. I would have totally awesome on the field. I would have Rip Roaring Roaster on the field, and then I could go into Battle Butler on my opponent's turn. That's the full totally awesome combo. But that's too. I would end up using all the cards in my hand except for no. Even Maxi would be used because I would need to banish it. And that's too much commitment, right? I mean, I first have to get past turn like the fifth special summon, see if he has a Nibiru. I'll go. I'll think about that later. But yeah. So first, just the standard climb into Doodle Doo. Any combo you use standard climb this using this combo to go up into Doodle Doo. Fancy's Chainlink 1 because I care more about the discard than the search for for the search for the Doodle Doo. Okay, so I do have a polymerization in my hand. So I can I'll get pranks and I'll discard the pandemonium. Special out. So I'll special out Roxy's in case he has in the Nibiru. So he does. I mean, he could have the toggle off, but the Nibiru is not showing up. I mean, do I want to go full combo? No, right? I don't want to waste all the cards in my hand, so I'm not gonna go into full combo. I'll just do partial combo. Okay, so now polymerization. Hmm. No, go into Rocket Ride. I'm still thinking if I want to go into the full thing, but no, right? Mm, Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. Like, I'm gonna tribute the Rocket Ride anyways, so the boosting from place doesn't really matter. Roxy's. So, here's the question. I don't know what kind of deck so the grass is always greener. So he's playing grass because he's playing the 60 card deck. I'm assuming that. So usually 60 card decks they are a big combo deck. So I'll keep the Maxi in my hand. I'm not gonna banish the Maxi. I'll banish the Fansies I have in my hand. I drew into a Raigeki, okay. Special out my Lamsies. Activate my Rocket Ride. So since I'm going to totally, one of them has to be Dropsies again. The other one doesn't matter because you're going to send it back to the graveyard anyways. It could be a Miyamu, it doesn't matter. Face up defense and totally requires 2 level 2 Aqua monsters. So yeah, one of the cards you get out of the graveyard has to be Dropsies. Then the last combo piece, you go into your Bow Wow Bark using everything except for the Dropsies on the field. Don't use Dropsies, otherwise you won't be able to go into Totally Awesome. And with this last Prank Kids Graveyard Effect activation, usually this last activation would be Roxy's, but I put Roxy's on the field in case our opponent had a Nibiru before, so I could play through it with Polymerization. But usually if you do this combo, the last card activation is your Roxy's. Mine was Lamsies, but you know. I'll get Dropsies off of the Surge, and then using 2 level 2 Aquas, you could just go into Totally. Totally is gonna come online. I'm gonna activate Pranks. No, set down Pandemonium, put this on. So here's how this combo works. You tribute your Bow Wow Bark on your opponent's starting phase. And then when your opponent activates a card, monster, or trap effect or whatever, you tribute the Totally Awesome, and then using the Totally Awesome's graveyard effect, you get back a Dropsies from your graveyard into your hand. So you'll have all 3 pieces for the Battle Butter combo. So I do have, uh, oh man, this song. So what I'll do, since I have a Lamses in my hand, one of the cards I'll return will be Lamses, one will be Rocket Ride, and one will be Roxy's. I do want to keep these 2 in the graveyard in case I want to go into access code on my next turn. So I would have link materials in the graveyard to start banishing to pop his cards. Oh, that's pretty good as well, Harpy's Feather Duster. So we have Monster and Backward Destruction in our hand now. Uh-oh. No, I messed up! I can't activate Doodle Doo anymore. I mean, Bow Wow Bark anymore. I should have gotten the Doodle Doo out instead of... Oh no, I forgot. I forgot I didn't go into a full combo. Bow Wow Bark's activation needs 2 named Prank Kids monsters. I mean, okay. He would have killed everything anyways, okay? So it doesn't matter if I did that or not. So this could be Eldritch, this could be what else? Eldritch, it could be Numeron. Yeah, I was gonna say Numeron. So it's gonna get 1,000, 2,000, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000. I'll get 1,000 and then 8,000 on my face, right? So I'll just activate Pandemonium right now. Go into Weather Washer. So if he does, as long as he doesn't have, I mean, if he has another lava golem, if he has another lava golem, that's gonna be annoying, right? I'm gonna boost up my cards. Another lava golem, another kaiju. So if he has another, I'm gonna use the Meow Moo on this. The cards I'll get will be Dropsies and Lambs. I'm not gonna get Bow Wow, Bark, and Doodle Doo because they will be stuck in attack position. Like you can't put them on defense position. So with these two cards effects, I mean, with I'm just gonna get one special summon. The Dropsies one special summon because my field is completely booked. So now, okay, so he doesn't have a kaiju or anything in his hand. So even if he hits us with 8,000 attack, we're still pretty good. The most he can hit us with is 8,000. So that's gonna be 8,000. So 4,500. The most he can hit us with is 4,500 damage if he plays it right. If he hits either this or this, they are immune to card destructions. Only these three cards are. These three cards can be destroyed by card. I mean, by battle. That can be destroyed with battle. So let's see if he bumps into Dropsies again. Generally, when you play against prank kids, it's the right call to always kill their Dropsies. Once their full combo is done, Dropsies is their main focus because with Dropsies they can go into totally awesome. So anytime you play against prank kids, you always want. Why is he taking damage? Does he have the attack double thing? He still can't kill us with the attack double thing, right? No, it's gonna be 16,000, so he can. This is what's gonna show if he has it or not. So if he has the attack double thing in his hand, the last one is gonna bump up into to 16,000. That's gonna kill us. And he doesn't have it. Okay, so the most he can hit us with is 4,500. So we're still safe. So now he could go into the Infi-track with this, or he could go into Apollo USA with this, with all these materials. He could even get out his gate, the Chaos Gate, I think, so that we're gonna be hit with the defense of all monsters on our next turn, on the opponent's turn. All the banished monsters defense. Okay, so he is going into Chaos Gate. How much? All banished Xyz monster. So that 1,000, 1, 2, 3. So 1,300. That's about how much damage he can hit us with, right? So okay, so here's the thing. Does this guy run Solemn Judgment? Because if he runs Solemn Judgment and I hit him with Harpies, that's not solemn. Okay, no battle damage. Okay, waiting for a response. Did he scoop? No, he can't scoop when he activates it, right? You can special summon this banished card that if near in the field, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the combined attack of all banished Xyz monsters. So it's just 1,300 damage. 1,000, 1, 2, 3. Combined attack. Oh, what am I watching? What am I reading? Combined attack. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5,000 damage. I would still live with 500 HP. I would still live with 500 HP. But I mean, as long as I get rid of the Numeron network on the field, that effect's not gonna activate anyways. Hmm. I mean, what is he waiting for? I lived past the turn already. No. I'll activate Harpies. If he has Solemn Judgment, I want him to Solemn Judgment the Harpies. I don't want him to Solemn Judgment my normal summoned monster. So 300 damage for each card, okay. What's this? Oh man. He's gonna hit us with 5,000 damage on the next turn, so... I guess I'll start Link climbing. See if I can draw into a skill drain with the banish effect of Roxy's. If I draw into a skill drain with the banish effect of Roxy's, or if he doesn't have a Numeron, if he doesn't get Numeron network, that card, Special Summon, is useless. I could still imperm that card, right? Can I imperm that card once it hits the field? Does it work that way? I'm not too sure. If you guys know, tell me, like, because it says once per turn during your next phase, standby phase, after this card is banished, you can special summon this banished card. Then, if Numeron network is in the field, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the banish combined banish attack. But can you imperm that? Once it hits the field, can you activate imperm and then imperm that card? I'm not too sure about that. Like, how does the ruling work on that? Like, Master Duel ruling is really weird sometimes. Sometimes when you read card effects and they make sense and then you're like, you could imperm it, but then when the turn actually happens, you can't do it. Like, it's really weird. The rulings are really weird. Dropsies, yes. I'm gonna be up to 46, but he could still do 2, 3, 4, 5, 5,000 to me. So I want to see if I get skill drain off of the... So can I go into Battle Butler? You can imperm, I think so. If I use these two, go into Battle Butler with Predaplant, I'll be left with 26. So once that card hits the field, the game should prompt me first to act whether I want to activate Battle Butler. And since this is not a quick effect, he can't chainlink this card's effect to that, right? Or is it like, is it a compulsory activation? As long as he gets this card on the field, it's a compulsory activation, whether he chainlinks it or not. Because if I Battle Butler it before if this card's effect goes off, that card is gone, and that the secondary part of the effect won't come online. So I won't get hit with the attack of the banished monsters. I mean, I'm gonna set the imperm anyways, see if I can imperm it, but I want to, because he could have a Harpies Feather Duster, right? If he Harpies Feather Dusters my Imperm, I want to have a secondary insurance in case it goes through like that. Because he's gonna hit us with 5,000 anyways. You can special summon this card, then if you inflict damage to your opponent equal to the combined attack, fall banish against these monsters. So if this special summons itself out, is it 3,000? Will it just hit us with, it will just hit me with 3,000 or actual, will it count itself in there with 5,000? Wait, is it 3,000 or 5,000? Because if it's 3,000, I'm not gonna go into Battle Butler. Hmm. Okay, so I'll do this. I'll set Pandemonium. I mean, I don't even end my turn. So on my opponent's turn, if it is 5,000, I'll just use Pandemonium. Since I'll use Pandemonium, I'll go into Weather Washer. With Weather Washer using this and this or this and that. So Dropsies will give me 1,000 life points, and I have something on the field to actually he can't get past with in battle phase, right? So I'll be safe even if it's 5,000. So let's see how it works. I'm not sure the ruling. Let's first see if I can imperm it. If imperm doesn't work, I'll go into Weather Washer. Like I'll instantly go into Weather Washer anyways. Bandy scoops, okay. Or is it connection issues? Connection failed, so he probably left the game. Okay. So I'm not sure about the ruling. If you guys know, let me know about the rulings. Like, can you imperm? Can you, is it a compulsory effect where, you can't imperm it first and the effect mandatory, it's a mandatory effect that goes through? Or can you Battle Butler it and the effect gets cancelled? Because Battle Butler, anytime a monster gets on the field, you get a prompt for Battle Butler if the activation is on. Anyways, let's get on with our next duel. Just let me know if you guys know, because I don't know about the ruling that much. So, like, so far, I have, like, in all the games I played, I've gotten a pretty good grasp of the hidden rules. But, like, some rulings like these, where I have played a lot against Nimrod Network players, where this kind of stuff hasn't ever come through to me. Okay. This kind of stuff hasn't ever come through to me, so I don't know about the rulings for that. Let's see what kind of deck our opponent was playing. Okay, so Eldritch with Zombie World. So did he have the boss monster for the zombie? He did. Doom King, Balderosh. Okay, so I don't know why he just scooped. Like this is how games goes for me sometimes. Like I have shown you previously. I have shown you I was on a 25 games win streak with Prankins, and out of those 25 games, I would say 12 or 13 games were this opponent just scooping as soon as the game started. They wouldn't even wait for you to summon out a card. They would just scoop and just surrender to the game. So usually this is done by people that want to stay low in Plat 5 during the season end, so they can go lower. But anyways, so next game. This is a soft brick right here because if they I have a Call by the Grave in my hand if they Ash Blossom the search, but if I didn't have a Call by the Grave in my hand for the search for the place, I would just get bricked. This is a complete brick hand after that. So let's see if he Ash Blossoms this. He does, so I have to sadly use my Call by the Grave for this. So now if he has a cross out designator, I'm done. My turn's over. That's gonna be it. He does have something. Okay, sorry. Okay, so. Okay, add a designated card. Yes, I'll start with Dropsies. Okay, so he has a Maxi as well, because my opponent's board did light up. So he does have a Maxi. Usually, when you play against prank kids don't have cards that they can activate chaining to Maxi to special summon stuff out, except for like Monster Reborn or like Monster Reborn is not a quick effect, so no. Usually, prank kids don't have it. So you want to Maxi prank kids players when they activate the first graveyard effect. So if he has a Maxi, he will Maxi me right now. Okay, so he's not gonna. Okay, so I guess I'll just go into my combo. Let's see. Go into my second link climb, which is Doodle Doo. Chain link 1 Fansies, chain link 2 Doodle Doo. No. Oh, guys, I'll be right back real quick. 1 second. Oh, 1 second, 1 second. I'll be right back real quick. Oh no, the game. Come on. So my bad. My my puppy fell down the stairs, so I had to run out and get him. That's why I had to leave real quick. But that's fine, I guess. I had to pick him up and put him back. He kind of fell down like 4 stairs. But I mean, I'm plat one, so this kind of things doesn't matter. But I'm a sore loser. Like I'm really competitive by nature, so I really hate losing. And this loss, like this kind of bugs me out when I lose like this. But yeah, so my puppy is fine. Nothing happened. He just kind of slipped on stairs and fell down 4 stairs, but nothing happened. He didn't whine or anything, so he's not hurt. So that's fine. So we only started with an imperm. Okay. And our opponent's playing Drytron. Okay, so oh man. Against Drytrons, the best time to Ash Blossom them is on their normal summon, which is this, Diviner of the Herald. You want to Ash Blossom their Diviner of the Herald, and the best time to Imperm is Imperming their Move Beta Fafnir, the XZ summon they go into. That's the best card to Imperm. So I'm saving my Imperm for the Move Beta Fafnir. Because sometimes, usually, Drytron players are known to run two Move Beta Fafnirs, but sometimes they sometimes they even run just one. So if this guy is just running one move beta Fafnir, his combo will just stop. Then I could actually go into my combo. And the card I care the most about would be Skill Drain, right? Skill Drain being active. Unless he goes full board with Beatrix and Ultimateness, I could probably bait out stuff with his Ultimateness's negates. And then actually pop Skill Drain. So he's going to go into Beatrix, okay. I mean, at this point, he could go for... Like, do I want to imprint Beatrix? Do I want to imprint Beatrice? Ooh, that's a tough call because he's gonna get Ava in the graveyard. Ava is gonna get him. If he doesn't even if he doesn't go into his full combo, he could just get the Orange of the Hero Light off of the Ava he has in his graveyard. Oh, that's a tough call because he could still use. He hasn't activated. He hasn't activated the special summon. He activated Zeta's effect. Okay. He activated Zeta's effect, so he can't use Zeta's effect anymore. Like, do I want to imperm this? Like, he could still go into move beta Fafnir and go into... But he could still... Beatrice's effect will still be activated on my turn. He could discard one, send the Ava on my turn. Like, do I want to wait to... No, I'll imperm. I'll imperm the Beatrix. He could still use Beatrice's effect on my turn, so on my turn he could send one Ava to get Herald of the Orange Light. 2 skill drains. So we're safe from the first. If we get Prank Kid's place, we're safe from the first Ash Blossom or first activation of Herald of the Orange Light. Herald of the Orange Light only works on monster effects. Maxi. So he's gonna do that. He's gonna discard, discard one Xyz material, send Ava. And then using Ava's effect, he will get Herald of the Orange Light. I mean, I'm hoping he's not running the purple or the green one, because they can't. Those two cards are spell and trap negations. So I'm hoping he's not running either of those. So he's just gonna activate Ava to get, I'm assuming, Herald of the Orange Light. Hopefully. Yeah, that's Herald of the Orange Light. And then what's the second card? He's gonna get Diviner of the Herald. Yeah. Skill drain. Oh, so it's 3,000? Okay. So it doesn't count the Chaos Gate itself. Alright. That's good to know. And yeah, Skill Drain is a really nice floodgate against almost every meta dex. So He has Maxi active, 5 cards, two which are Herald of the Orange Light and Diviner of the Herald, and one of them is Meteor's. No, Meteor's dry. Meteor on his dry turn is in his graveyard. He didn't get it back out. So usually, so far, I have seen Drytrons don't run Harpy's Feather Duster or Lightning Storm, right? They don't run back row clear. Usually they don't run back row clear. I've seen, like, it's 50-50 for me. Sometimes I've seen decks that run it, sometimes I've seen decks that don't run it. So if I start giving him cards by climbing into my link, I put down Skill Drain later, he could potentially draw into a Harpy's Feather Duster, and then, or Lightning Storm if he has it, wipe out my Skill Drain, and then he could go into his combo. But because if I go into my full combo, how many cards he'll get? He'll get one off of Meowmoo, one special summon, one Doodle Doo, one special summon, one Bow Wow Bark, one special summon. So he'll draw 6 at the minimum. He'll draw 6 cards at the minimum if I go into combo. The minimum combo I can to get Bow Wow Bark on the field to set down stuff for Battle Butler on my opponent's turn. So that's 6 cards. You'll have 11 cards. Do I want to give him that many cards? No, right? I don't want to give him that many cards. What I could do is climb up till Doodle Doo. Climbing up till Doodle Doo will give him 1, 2, 3, 4. It could give him 3 or 4 depending on how I do it. And then get a Pandemonium, set down a Pandemonium to go into Weather Watcher on my opponent's turn. But he'll still at least get 3 or 4 cards off of that. But I mean, even if I go up till Doodle Doo, right? No, I can't. Because he has Herald of the Orange Light in his hand. So I can't do that. So I'm just gonna set down and just pass. I'll just activate Skill Drain on his draw phase, hoping he doesn't have any back row clears. I mean, I don't think he can get enough damage on the board to outright kill me this turn, right? Natasha can't pop a card. Well, what's like his best board? I would say would have close to 8,000 damage, right? Can he go more than 8,000 damage in this turn? He could go into the 4K monster, the Meteon's dragon, or what do you call that? The 4K dragon. He could go into that. I mean, Nightmare's useless. Skill Drain's on the field. Okay. I have no idea why he went into Nightmare. Drew into a Nibiru, okay. Let's see if he has another Maxi. Because if he has another Maxi, I'm gonna have to stop my combo again. So this is the first chain block of Ash Blossom. As long as you have place on the field and your opponent has a monster, face-up monster on the field, you could chain place as Chain Link 2 to protect your first effect from Ash Blossom. So I'll Link Climb into Doodle Doo. Doodle Doo's effect's not gonna activate because Skill Drain's on the field. At the end of my turn, I will set down the other Skill Drain I have in my hand. So in case he goes into access code and pops the access code to pop one of my Skill Drain. Oh, I forgot about Orange Light. I forgot about Orange Light. I I mean, it doesn't matter. I still have Nibiru in my hand. Okay, so the card I'll send will be a Pandemonium. Special out Roxy's. He's gonna get another Herald of the Orange Light, okay. So the other Herald of the Orange Light is in case I have Polymerization or Pandemonium in my hand with another Prankets card. I could go into Rocket Ride to actually go into my combo. So if he Herald of the Orange Light's the other one, is Herald of the Orange Light harder once per turn? It's not, right? It's not harder once per turn, so he could still do it. Alright, so that'll just end my phase. So I do have Nibiru. I have one skill drain active, so even if he goes into access code, pops access code to pop one skill drain, I could activate the other skill drain. So that's the reason why I set down another skill drain. Because I have lost games before where I had one skill drain in hand, one active on the field, and my opponent popped one, and I'm like, I should have set the other card down. So I'm not going to take a risk there, I'm just going to set the other skill drain down. Let's see if he goes into access to pop my skill drain. Now he's probably worried about, like, he could have a back row clear, yeah, but he's probably worried about going into access and this card being imperm, right? Because the toggle keeps shifting over on my side. Oh man, Herald of the Orange Light. That that's stupid card. Okay, so it goes into Ben 10. No. That's his normal summon, Diviner of the Herald. No. So he still has two Herald of the Orange Lights in his hand. One he added off of the Ben 10, the other one he got off of the Ava. So he has two monster negations in his hand. How many times did he special summon? Oh, so he's not gonna go past 4 special summons, special normal. So that's not gonna allow us to go into Nibiru. 22. Okay, so if I draw into a Prankers monster, I can't activate Doodle Doo's effect because it'll just Herald of the Orange, the Doodle Doo, and the Doodle Doo will die. Did he get the Meteonis Drytron back into his hand? No, he did not. Okay. He did not get the Meteonis Drytron. Or did he? He did not. So, I don't know what that second down card... It could be a Call by the Grave. If that's a Call by the Grave, he can... Yeah, he can. So I'll just Harpy's... I'll just act... I was going to activate Harpy's Feather Duster. I'll just activate Harpy's Feather Duster. Call by the Grave. I knew it. I knew that was Call by the Grave. Not gonna activate the skill drain. No. Monster Reborn my Doodle Doo. Actually, no. So, okay. So here's the thing, right? If I Monster Reborn Doodle Doo, that's just it. Doodle Doo is gonna be on the field, that's it. If I Monster Reborn something else, I could Link Climb into Doodle Doo and make all his monsters lose 500 attack. Yeah, right. I want to do that. I don't want to do. I could even Monster Reborn is Beatrice, but no. I'll Link Climb into my I'll link climb up to my Doodle-Doo and not activate Doodle-Doo's effect. No. So I'll put this back on auto, so because it's kind of annoying, because it comes up every time you make some, like take some action. So, okay, I'll start link climbing, make all his monsters lose 100 attack. I mean 500 attack, not 100. Not gonna activate the other skill drain. So I have to keep in mind, he has two Herald of the Orange Lights in his hand. I have to keep that in mind. Special out. So do I want to go into Doodle Doo or Bow Bark? I'll go into Doodle Doo. I'm not gonna go into Bow Bark. I mean, either of those activations will get denied anyways because he has Herald of the Orange Light in his hand. So I'll just activate the Lamb's Graveyard effect, see if he Herald of the Orange Lights it. He's not. Okay, so that will give us a special summon. I'll go into Pansies. Then I'll just go into attack. I'll kill off his Link. I'll kill off his Link 3 because I don't want him climbing into access code using that Link 3 and end my turn. So I can't even activate the secondary effect of tributing the Doodle Zoo because he'll just Herald of the again Herald of the Orange Light it. So yeah. Okay, I'll put this back on on. No. Okay, he's gonna get the Meteor and his Drytron back into his hand. Okay, like so far it's looking pretty good for us. But I have to worry about what he can go into because he still can go into the 4K attack monster. No. He summoned once before the end phase. Okay, so he's ending his turn. I'll put this back on auto. Thunder Dragon Fusion. Okay, so I could go into. Hmm. So at this point, I'll go into. I'll go into Bow Wow Bark because he could probably have drawn into a Raigeki, right? And I want him to use one of the Herald of Orange Lights. Yeah, I want him to use one of the Herald of the Orange Lights when I activate my Bow Wow Bark. I'll get Dropsies because I want to get more life points. I could go, but no, Skill Drain is active on the field, so it could get destroyed by battle. Yeah, so I'll just go into Bow Wow Bark. Activate the Dropsies in the graveyard. See if the Herald of the Orange lights it. I'm gonna assume he's not. Oh, he has Ash Blossom. Okay, he has Ash Blossom. Okay. So now I'll just go into Thunder Dragon Fusion and get my Battle Butler out. So I'll get Battle Butler, 1, 2, 3. That'll boost up all my monsters' attack by 500. And since it is linked to, oh, my skill drain is active, so that's not gonna work. No. Go into battle. No. No. Hit him in the face with 35. and then end my turn. Why did the music stop? Anyways, let's see. Cyber emergency, okay. Okay, so he's gonna get Gamma. So with Gamma's effect, he'll probably try to bring out 2 more guys from his graveyard onto the field. Okay. So last time I did kinda mess with the Natasha. So when Natasha activates and it targets any of my cards, like either Bawa Bark or Battle Butler, it could target my Doodle Doo, but he'll probably go for the Battle Butler. But when they target the card, Skill Drain cannot negate it because the effects, like it says the Natasha will come on the field, then it'll take the card. So I assumed that, I assumed that since Natasha would come on the field, Skill Drain would deny, like negate its effect, but its effect starts within the graveyard by targeting a card on the field. So whatever card Natasha targets, I have to kill that card. I cannot keep that card on the field. Oh, so he's trying to get something and then, I mean, he can't activate Union here. So he's trying to go into access code. Will he go into access code? I don't know. He could. He normaled the Herald of the Orange Light. Okay, so my Nibiru is online. So if he starts to pick apart my board, is he gonna suicide into it? I mean, he still has Natasha activation, right? He's suicided into my Butler, okay? But as I was saying, any card he Natashas, either of these 2 cards he Natashas, I would have just instantly tributed that card. Even if he Herald of the Orange Light that card, it doesn't matter to me. I would have still tributed it so that Natasha couldn't steal that card. But yeah, so that was a really grindy game. 9 turns against Drytron. Skill Drain saved me the whole game. So he was not running back row removal. No Lightning Storm, no Harpy's Feather Duster. So the only thing he had with the back row removal was Nates and Access Code. I mean, one Skill Drain hit the field, Zeus would have been useless. He was running 2 Mu Beta, so okay, that's good to know. He had Forbidden Droplet as well. But yeah, Skill Drain really saved me the game there. Even when our opening thing wasn't even really that hot, right? Like we couldn't even do anything with our opening hand. We got Herald of the Orange Light the first Doodle-Doo, so our field was clear at that point. But yeah, the grindy game we still won with Skill Drain only. So yeah, Skill Drain is really good. Like sometimes it really shines. Okay, so new game, no hand trap negations. But let's see. I mean, if he... So here's the thing, right? I could play safe, not activate Dropsies in the graveyard, Monster Reborn the Dropsies, and then go into Doodle-Doo with it. But the greedy... And that would be a safe play. The greedy play would be just activating the effect and going into my combo. So do I want to play greedy? Generally, my opponents almost always start with Ash Blossom or Maxi or some kind of hand trap in their hand. It really rarely that he does have it. Let's see if he uses it. So again, if you are ever playing against prank kids, generally as a rule of thumb, you always want to Ash Blossom their first graveyard activation. Yeah, he does use it. So my greed kinda punished me. If I hadn't done this, I would be able to go into full combo, but my greed kinda punished me. But thankfully we have another named Prankets monster in our hand. So I'll show you why I said thankfully. So off of the Doodle-Doo, I'll search for a Pandemonium. So I could use Pandemonium using Doodle-Doo and this card, or the fancies that I have in my hand, to go into Rocket Ride. I'll activate Doodle-Doo. Okay, Pandemonium. Okay, so here's the combo. I activate Pandemonium using these two cards, go into Rocket Ride. This card I haven't activated in the graveyard yet, so I will get a graveyard. Oh, I'll get a I'll get a graveyard activation. I'll get a special summon out. So I'll have Rocket Ride, one Frankish monster. Use Rocket Ride, get two monsters out. Go into Bow Wow Bark using one. But that still wouldn't complete the combo because I would end up using the Pandemonium, so I can't go into Battle Butler next turn. Hold up, let me think about this. Pandemonium, Rocket Ride, one special summon, activate Rocket Ride, get two more. Oh, the two that I get, one could be Doodle 2, right? So I'll activate Doodle to get a Pandemonium out. Yeah, so yeah. It'll still work. I can still go into full combo. I'll go into Rocket Ride using this, the Fansies that I have in my hand, and the Doodle Doo that I have on my field. And then Fansies effect will activate in my graveyard. Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Rocket Ride. Fansies, I will discard. Like, do I want to discard Pranks or do I want to discard Place? With Fansies, I'll get I'll get one, and then I'll use Doodle 2. With these two, I'll climb into Bow Wow Bark. I'll still get one more special summon out. So I kinda don't need any cards in my hand. So I'll discard Pranks, special summon a monster, which will be Lamses, activate Rocket Ride. One is Doodle Doo, the other one doesn't matter because we're gonna use that to link climb. Activate Donut. Using these two, I'll climb into Bow Wow Bark. So Lamses effect will activate in my graveyard. Lamses will let me special summon, and I'll special summon out Fansies. I don't want to go into Roxy's because I'm not going to special summon anymore. Because I'm just going to get a Battle Butler combo piece out. I'll activate Doodle Doo. Get Pranks. Pranks and Pandemonium. First I'll set down Imperm. Second I'll set down Pranks. I mean Pandemonium. Like, do I even want to activate Pranks? The cards I can get are 1, 2, and 3. So kinda yeah, right? Yeah, I do want to activate Pranks. And then, put this on. Never forget to put the activation back on before you end your turn with Prank Kits. 1, 2, 3. So I'll have these two left. Alright, we got those three. We drew into a polymerization, okay. So on our opponent's draw, I'll activate the Bow Wow Bark. Not gonna use Meowmo. See if our opponent denies this. If he called by the Grazas, then we're only gonna be left with, oh, he doesn't have any negations towards it, which is pretty nice. Let's see. I don't know what kind of deck they're playing. I gotta see how many cards, 30, so that's 40. So they're playing Magician's Pendulum. So now this could be Magician's Pendulum FTK. It could be just the Magician's Pendulum. And this card gets a pop, right? Yeah, this card gets a pop every time you pop it. So I'll just activate Pandemonium right now. I'll just go into Battle Butler because I know my cards are immune to card destruction effects because Bow Wow Bark did go through. So I don't care about the card pops. He could have a Forbidden Droplet in his hand. That's fine with me. I'll still have materials on the field, even if he... Like, I don't think he can clear out my whole field, right? I don't think he can. And if this is the Magician's Pendulum FTK, I do wanna Butler... I do want to pop his field before he can get 4 cards on the field. Because 4 cards will be Apollo USA. So before he gets 4... If he gets 4 cards, I'll just pop his field. So one will be Roxy's. One will be... Do I have two? One will be Fansies, so I have only 2. Okay, one Fansies in the graveyard right now. And one will be... Do I want to go Roxy's or another Lamseys? Do I want to go Roxy's? Another Roxy's? I have enough cards in my hand to actually trigger the banish effect, so I'll go into Roxy's. Okay, Pendulum's Call, Duelist Alliance, sorry, not Pendulum's Call, Duelist Alliance. It adds a Pendulum monster, Pendulum Scale monster. Oh, Spell Trap, my bad. Pendulum Spell Trap from deck to your hand. Okay, he's gonna pop that. I mean, he can't... That card's effect won't pop. It can only pop these 2 cards. It's not gonna pop the Butler because Bow Wow Bark's effect went through. And I really love this about Prank Kids. Like, people, if they don't know what Prank Kids deck does, like, they would try to pop your cards with card popping effects. And they use Raigeki or monster effects and try to pop your cards after Bow Wow Bark's effect goes through, and they're like, okay, what just happened? What did the card get popped? And they sit there and think, and they just scoop after that. And that's really funny to me. I had so many games where people Raigeki my board after my Battle Butler hits the field after my Bow Wow Bark's effect procs, and they just sit there and like, why didn't Raigeki pop his monsters? Like, what, did I do something wrong? This is really funny to me. Even with like, uh Dino Wrestler Pankratops. Like, it was such a funny game. It was really a really close game. I played one game, like, it was weeks ago, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I played a game and we were neck to neck, right? I had I just had Butler on the field with nothing else, no cards in my hand. He drew a card. I had Butler and Bow Wow Bark on the field. He draws a card. I pop Bow Wow Bark's effect, and the card he drew was Dino Wrestler Pankratops. He summons the Pankratops, pops Pankratops to pop my Butler, and then he was left with nothing because the card destruction effect doesn't go off from Pankratops because I popped Bow Wow Bark, and he just sat there for solid 2 minutes, right? Solid 2 minutes he sat there, and then he surrendered, which was really funny to me. Okay, I'm gonna negate the effect. Imperm, my guy, get impermed. Negate. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or something, just put it in the comments. I'll try my best to answer it. Like, I keep alt tabbing between these game and the YouTube stream, but yeah, I'll try to answer to my best of my abilities. Like, even comments, like okay, 1, see if he summons from hand. 2, okay. 3, okay. So I want him to get that special summon. Once that special summon hits the field, the game will give me, since my activation isn't on, the game will give me a prompt whether I want to use Butler's effect. So now I'll just use Butler's effect. Yes to Meowmoo. I'm gonna pop all 5 cards. No, and they're all gone. He used Pendulum Summon, he used Normal Summon. That card's effect will not pop any of my cards except for Pranks. So he's gonna pop my Pranks, okay. This card doesn't do anything, right? And he scoops, yeah. Because I was gonna say I'm gonna have enough, way more than enough damage to just outright kill him if he doesn't get anything on the field. But yeah, this is this is the classic, bullying your opponent with Butler. Like bullying pendulum decks going first is it's like if you go first against pendulum decks, you literally just bully them like this. They can't do anything if they don't interrupt your starting combo. You literally just butler them once. If they do get something out, butler them twice, and that's it. Their turn's over, and you can just go into your turn and kill them. It's really really funny. Yeah, that Drytron grind was that Drytron, like that skill drain saved me the game. Okay, so no, not Starving Venom. Usually, like Magician Pendulums, what they do once they get 4 monsters is they go into Apollo USA or Appaloosa. What's this card? He's playing the Rika deck. Okay, man, this deck just keeps special summoning stuff out. So usually, first they go into Apollo USA, then they get Astrograph Saucer or whatever that card is, Astro Saucer, and then they start comboing off of that, and then they go into their what's that link to that special summons out Electrum. Then because they need to have monster effect negations with Apollo USA, then they go into Electrum, then they special summon stuff out, then they go into Starving Venom off of that. So first they would need to get Apollo USA on the field. So that's why I say I'll pop their field if they get 4 monsters on the field because I don't want them going into Appaloosa because Appaloosa would deny me my Butler pop. I am not going to activate Imperm on this. Like, do you guys know what's the best time to Imperm against Rika decks? I almost never play against Rika. I've played against Rika decks twice or 3 times till now, and I don't know what's the best time to Imperm there, or even Ash Blossom them, because it always feels like I have a general idea, but I don't know what's the best card to Imperm or best card to Ash Blossom. I gotta look at this. I gotta look at this deck's video and see where the best point for Ash Blossom or Imperm is. Because Rika is kinda catching flare lately. Rika, Speedroid, even Synchro decks like Junk Synchrons, they're catching flare lately because of the new pack, the Baron de Fleur pack that just came out. It's how much time did I stream for? 2 hours. Okay. Can detach one material so they target one monster on the field. Tribute it. There's a quick code. If this card is a plant, you can use it call once per turn. This card is a plant. Each time a monster is tributed, this card against 200 attack. Okay. You can tribute one card. Tribute it. So he wants to tribute the normal summon that I do. So I'm just gonna imperm it as soon as my turn starts. If he doesn't have a cross out, I mean, he probably has a maxi because it went over on his side. Yeah, he probably has a maxi, right? So I'll start I'll start by activating terraforming. See if he ash blossoms this. Okay, so he didn't ash blossom this, alright. I'll activate the place. See if he ash blossoms this. No, okay. I'll get Dropsies. Like generally I say whatever you card you get off of the Prank Kids place search, you want to start with that card because you don't want to give your opponent information about the cards in your hand. But in this case I'm gonna start with Roxy's because I want to discard, I mean banish one Roxy's to draw a card. Because that card could be Ash Blossom or Called by the Grave, which would be really important in case. I mean, he can't Ash Blossom this because we're gonna chain block it with place. But we could even draw into a Raigeki. He does have a Maxi. I was kind of afraid I mean, that was a scripted telegraph, right? Because his side of the field kept getting highlighted. Roxy's, I'll discard the Roxy's that I have in my hand. I drew Harpy's Feather Duster. Okay. So, do I? No, right? I'm not gonna special. I'll just set skill drain, put this on. Like I know I could have gone up to Doodle 2 to get the Pandemonium, but I'm not gonna do it because my opponent does only have 2 cards in his hand. I don't want to give him. If I climb into Doodle Doo, he'll get 1, 2, 3. He'll get 3 more cards. I don't want him doing that. I'll just activate Skill Drain on his draw phase. I mean, as long as he. Okay, it's gonna get negated. Skill Drain's on the field. Oh, he can do it in draw phase? Oh, it's a quick effect since he does have. Oh, he does have plant materials. Oh, it's a quick effect. So he can do it in draw phase. I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. That's fine with me. Let's see. Let's see if he has enough stuff to kill us this turn. So he's 2300. He needs 4700 to kill us. Okay, that's attack. So he needs 3700 now. If he can't outright kill us this turn, then we're pretty much set, right? As long as he doesn't have another Maxi, we're pretty set. We could clear out his board. At 32, he needs 32 on the field now. Okay, so still 37. It's a level 4, right? No, it's not level. Oh god, he's getting more monsters on the field. So he still needs 13. Oh god, 1003. He got 1300 with Monster Reborn. He has enough on the field to kill us now. Oh. Oh? Oh, but that card, is it a hard once per turn? Is that tribute effect a hard once per turn? Why would he special summon that? Oh, he doesn't have, that was banished, okay. But he's okay. He still can't kill us. We'll be left with, I think, 300 or 400. 500. Okay. All these cards' effects are negated. We drew into our own monster reborn, which is pretty nice. And he has no cards in his hand. So I'll just start my combo. And I know the only activatable card on his side is this, but it's negated. And the material attached to it is this. Okay, does it have a graveyard activation? It does not have a graveyard activation, so we're pretty chill with this. And this card only gets activated during the end of the turn. So we're pretty chill with that too. So let's see how much I can clear off of his board. I for sure want to clear this card. Do I want to clear, does this card have a graveyard effect? This card and any plant monster it points to can be destroyed by battle. Cannot be destroyed by battle, but its effect is negated. Contribute one monster this card points to, special summon one plant monster from your deck in defense position. Release the effect of Aeromaster Pharisee Jasmine once per turn. Okay. So I guess I'll just I want to kill this, and this card can target one less extra plant monster in your graveyard special summon in defense position, so you can ask. So I wanna kill this and this. I don't care about this. So let's see what we can do. So having just one Doodle-Doo will kill either one. Having a Bow Wow Bark will kill another. Do I have a Pandemonium? I don't, right? So I'll send a Pandemonium to the graveyard. Special summon will be Lamses. So here's the thing, right? I can use Doodle-Doo, get a Pandemonium out. Pandemonium will make us stuck in Prank Kids only. But do I care about being stuck in Prank Kids only? I don't. Because I'm just gonna go into Doodle-Doo and Bow Wow Bark anyways, right? Okay, so I'll activate another place, search for a Roxy's off of the place. Search for, because I haven't used Roxy's effect yet, and I haven't used Fancy's effect yet. I'll activate Doodle-Doo's effect to get a Pandemonium out. Pandemonium and a named Prank Kids monsters. I'll get Dropsies out. Because I need to get life points. I know I already used Dropsies, but I'm doing it for the next turn. Okay. I mean, I don't care about it. The effects is negated anyways. I'll activate Pandemonium. Use Lamses and Roxy's that I have in my field. So Roxy's and Lamses on the field to go into Rocket Ride. So I'm thinking how many monsters can I get out on the field, right? Because I want to get as many monsters I can out to clear out his side of the field. So I'll do these two. Oh, yeah, I'll chain it with I'll do the place because And I'm not going to activate Rocket Ride because I am going to attack with Rocket Ride this turn. Roxy's, I'll banish the Harpies for the Destroyer because so far he has not set down any cards. Special summon a monster. At this point, it doesn't matter what I special summon because those two cards are going to be used up as material anyways for my Bow Wow Bark. So I'll get Fansies and Dropsies. I'll special summon out Bow Wow Bark. Bow Wow Bark's going to go right here. I'll activate the place. It's going to lower all their monsters attack by 500. Then I'll activate Monster Reborn to get a Doodle Doo out. Right? So Doodle Doo is going to be under my Bow Wow Bark. So I'm going to be able to clear out his whole field with this, right? I can clear out his whole field with this. I'll go into battle. And just... So what's the order? It doesn't matter, right? Because their skills are negated anyways because I have skill drain on the field. So yeah, it doesn't matter in what order I kill them in. So get out of that, get out of the field. So right here, I could go into Rip Roaring Roaster with these two. Activate Rocket Ride, get these two out again. So at this point I'm thinking, I don't want to go into Roaster. I'd rather go into Weather Washer over Roaster. Right? So I could keep this on the field. Use these two to go into Roaster. Weather Washer. Or I could use these two, go into Roaster, activate Rocket Ride, get these two back out again, go into Weather Washer. Yeah, I'll do it that way. Because if he sets up back row, I could just pop it. Or do I want to keep the Doodle Doo? This is a tough call. So I'm not gonna go into Roaster. I'll activate Rocket Ride, it doesn't matter what I get. Because I'm gonna use them to go into Weather Washer anyways. I'll keep these two cards on the field. I'll go into Weather Washer using these two. Well, I could actually just go into Butler, okay? I completely forgot about that. Okay, so I'll just go into Butler. But that's gonna use up all the materials that I have on the field. I'll put this back on and just end my turn. And I'll just pop the Bow Wow Bark as soon as my turn ends. How long? 2.5 months, I think. I've been playing Master Duel for 2.5 months. The first season I started, I was, oh, he scooped. I started with Prank Kids with the Thunder Dragons package, but I didn't know the season would end in 10, 12 days. So I barely played for a day or two, hit gold 5. Then season 2 I started actually playing. Season 2 I hit rank 1. Plat 1. Season Season 3 I hit Plat 1, and season 4 I'm Plat 1 as well. So 3 months, right? This is like kind of the third month I'm playing. This month, the first season I didn't play as much. This one I hit Plat 1. I started uploading videos on YouTube during this season. This season I kinda hit Plat 1 and just left. I didn't do anything. I hit Plat 1 with Prank Kids in like 4 days. 4 days after season reset, I hit Plat 1 with Prank Kids. In this season, then I just left it alone. I came in, I logged in to get the rewards of login, the daily rewards and everything, but I didn't play it like I actually play right now. For this one, I actually started uploading videos on YouTube, and in this season, I'm streaming on Twitch or YouTube, wherever, and uploading as well. But yeah, so let's like I have to understand how this deck works. But again, Skill Drain really saved me the game because he could have kept tributing cards and boosting up this card's attack by 200 for every tribute that he did if I didn't have Skill Drain on the field. But yeah, we managed to scoop out the win. I ended up destroying his whole field with my stuff, so yeah, feels pretty good destroying boards. So won the coin toss, which is always nice. With I mean almost any deck you do want to win coin toss, unless you're playing going second decks, and going second decks are really rare. The higher you climb, the less the chance you see people playing going second decks, unless you hit Plat 1, right? After you hit Plat 1, you don't care about win or loss, you care more about having fun matchups. But yeah, and our hand is this is considered a really bad hand, guys. Just to let you know, if you start with Prank's monsters and no spell traps, hand negates, I mean hand trap negates in your hand, it's considered a really bad hand. And this is the second baddest hand. The first bad hand would be going first and starting with nothing but hand traps. That's a complete brick. But this is like a soft brick. When I say soft brick, because if our opponent, okay, so our opponent has Maxi. I mean, it could be Maxi, it could be Imperm, but I'm more inclined to believe our opponent has Maxi over Imperm. Again, if you play against Prank Kids, never Imperm their normal summons, because the Imperm, their Imperm doesn't negate their graveyard effect. Their cost is them going to graveyard. It's not their activation. Their cost is their cost. So their mandatory activation after the cost, Imperm cannot negate. So I know my opponent has either Imperm or Maxi. So let's see if it's Imperm or Maxi. He could have an Ash Blossom as well. He could Ash Blossom the first graveyard effect, and we'll just be done with our combo. So I'll go into fancies from my hand. I want to keep the monsters in my deck. I don't want to overdraft the monsters from my deck. So I am kinda hard forced into going into a one card combo because I already used these two cards graveyard effects. So it's gonna be a one card combo now. Okay, so now I'm wondering if it's a Nibiru. If it's a Nibiru, I mean I could do it either ways, right? So I'll get Pandemonium and I'll send Pranks. Because if it's a Nibiru, I want to have Pandemonium in my hands to go into Rocket Ride. Special my Lamsey, see if he Nibirus us. He's not. Okay, so I'll just activate the Doodle Doo. I'm still gonna go into a one card combo because I am scared about him Nibiruing us. Like he could be waiting till the end of my turn to Nibiru me. So I'm just gonna go into a one card combo. So in case he Nibirus me, I could still use Pandemonium at the end of after he Nibiru's me. He's playing a 50 cards deck, okay? So even if he Nibiru's me at the end of it, I could Pandemonium, go into Rocket Ride, get Doodle Doo and Bawa Bark, or Bawa Bark and a combo piece for Butler. But then I would have used the Pandemonium and I already used Doodle Doo's effect once. So I would be forced to go into Rocket Ride at that point. I mean, Weather Washer at that point and not Rocket Ride. But we'll see when it comes to it. I'll activate Pranks, and then using Pranks, I'll discard the Dropsies to get a token. Like, I'm still not sure what it is. It could be anything. At this point, it can't be Maxi, it can't be Ash Blossom. So it could be Imperm. I'll discard the Dropsies because I need to keep the Battle Butler combo pieces in my graveyard in case I go into Predaplant. So yeah. Always keep the 3 pieces for a Battle Butler combo. At least 1 copies of the 3 pieces needed for the Battle Butler combo in your graveyard at all times if you can help it. So another Doodle Doo. Activate my Lamseys. I mean, he's still not using whatever he has in his hand. At this point, I'm not even sure what he could have. Special summon out my Roxy's. And then this is going to be the end of the combo where you special summon Bawa Bark and activate Roxy's from your graveyard. So if I'm worried about Nibiru, I am kinda forced to banish the Harpy's Feather Duster. Because if he Nibiru's us, I can't go into Rocket Ride if I banish either of these 3 cards. I need these 3 cards to go into Rocket Ride, right? So I'm kind of forced to banish the Harpy's Feather Duster. I don't want to. I could play greedy, saying that he doesn't have a Nibiru and banish one of these 2 cards. Like, if I know he doesn't have a Nibiru, I would for sure banish the Fansies. But I'm kind of scared about the Nibiru, so I'll banish the Harpies. Like, this could be bad because he could be playing set 5 pass, and then I'll miss the Harpy's Feather Duster. But I'm more worried about Nibiru than set 5 pass. Pandemonium, okay. So I'll special Lamseys since I do have 2 Butler pieces in my hand. So let's see, he's not going to do anything, okay. Put this on. End my turn. I'll try. So he doesn't have a Nibiru, okay. So I mean, now if he plays a set 5 pass, then I'm probably gonna cry because I I literally just banished my Harpy's Feather Duster. So 1, 2, 3. Right, yeah. I don't want to have 2 copies of Lamseys and Dropsies in my graveyard. I don't care about having 2 copies of Fansies because once the first combo you do and you get the cards into rotation off of the Fansies graveyard effect of discard, you generally don't care about the Fansies discard effect. You care more about the burn and the heal. I mean, even Roxy's graveyard effect of banishing one and drawing one is more, I would say, is more relevant going later in the game than Fansies. I mean, that's in the sense when your opponent doesn't banish your Pandemonium and Pranks from your graveyard. Otherwise, Fansies discard effect is pretty much useless after the first rotation. And Call by the Grave. Perfect. Okay, so depending... What? He's the... Guys. Never do this. I mean, if you played Yu-Gi-Oh for always Call by the Grave the Bow Wow Bark. because now my prank kids cards are immune to card destruction. Like never called by the grave, Roxy's or something like. And he's playing Dragon Link. I'm just gonna Ash Blossom that. This guy, like, I'm gonna assume is pretty new to the game. I don't know. I have no way of knowing. Like you never do that. You never call by the grave one of the cards that your opponent is getting out off of the field. Because I'm pretty sure he doesn't know what my Bow Wow Barks effect is. I'm close to 80% sure he doesn't know what my Bow Wow Barks effect is. For him to not call by the grave the Bow Wow Bark. Oh, he's trying to end his turn. I'm just gonna activate this. So if he's playing Dragon Link, right? And usually Dragon Links don't get bricked. He's playing a 50 card Dragon Link. I generally don't recommend people play 50 cards Dragon Link. Dragon Link is pretty it's close to being tier 0 in with just 40 cards itself. It has so much potential to play through a lot of stuff. It could play through Nibiru easily. It could play through like 2 Omni Negates on the field. It could play through Apollo USA. It could play through a lot of stuff. So even with 40 cards, you could do that. And I am building like okay, so I have 10k gems, and I have more in my gifts. Like I am thinking of building a Dragon Links deck. That deck looks really cool to me. Not gonna lie. Like it like I've seen Dragon Link videos, and it just blows my mind what that deck can do. I've seen that deck play through one Nibiru, 4 Negate Apollo USA, 1 Omni Negate, and 1 Bounce. Like that's so much play. Like that dude played out of his mind, no doubt. But that's insane playing through that much negates and bounce and omni negates on the field. I have never seen any other deck that can do that. Like yeah, that guy had the best of the best starting hand, but still, that's insane what that deck did. And from that time, I've been thinking about building a Dragon Link deck. I mean, it's pretty much game over by now. If he doesn't activate that card now, it's game over. Because I'm just gonna go into Totally. That's why I got 2 dropsies on the field. I could even go into Nightmare Bounce's card. So that card could be anything. I don't know what that card could be. It could be Forbidden Droplet. Yeah, it could be Forbidden Droplet. But do I care about it? Forbidden Droplet is 15, 11, and 1000. Like, it's still a lot of damage, right? Even if that's Forbidden Droplet and I can't kill him, it's still a lot of damage. And your opponent's groups. Okay. So I kind of feel bad about this because I'm pretty sure that guy would have been a new player. Oh, he's not new. Level 19 is not new. Yeah, level 19 can't be new because you have to grind a lot to hit level 19. So he was playing Dragon Links. As soon as you see Rocket Tracer and Rocket Recharger, you know they're playing Dragon Links with Noctovision, Chaos Space, Trap Trick. Like he has to get rid of so many cards to make this deck. Like Buster Wall. No, you don't. You only need one of these, I think. One of that. Like, he has so many extra cards that he doesn't need in the deck to make this deck work. You don't. Generally, I don't think people run Nibiru in Dragon Links. He has the right. He has the right extra deck. I mean, he's missing some cards, but he has the general in the general direction if his extra deck is in the right direction. Omninegate, Chaos Ruler, the Red Dragon Archfield, and the Hope Harbinger, that's right. You need the Heretic Seals of the Heavenly Spheres, you need this to go into your field spell. Is he even running? Yeah, he is running the Boot Sector launch, okay. So he has the general blueprint down, but he just added a lot of extra cards he doesn't need in the deck. That deck does really well just by having, you know, the normal Dragon Link stuff. You don't need to add extra cards to that deck itself. So I'll end my stream when I hit. Did I? He let us go first? Okay. So I'll end my stream when this hits 3 hours. 3 hours videos, I'll end my stream for today. Because I don't want to have you guys watching, 4-hour videos when this gets uploaded on YouTube. So yeah, I'll end it when it hits 3 hours. So this will probably be the last game, right? This will probably be the last game. So let's see. We do have protection against Maxi, but I mean, let's first see what we can do with our hand. Nothing. Okay. So he does. So I was gonna say we don't have protection against an Ash Blossom. The protection being Called by the Grave, and I am not. I don't run Crossout Designator in this deck because I think that this deck has enough playthrough potential against first Ash Blossom, or you have Called by the Grave on your side. Like Crossout Designators, yeah, sometimes it's really good, but like I would rather run Forbidden Droplet and Dark Ruler no more over Crossout Designator because I can't, like, usually you win or lose the coin toss, right? And if you, it's a 50-50 chance. If you lose the coin toss and you're up against, say, a Drytron player, and then the Crossout Designator is basically a dead card in your hand. Forbidden Droplet would be much better in breaking open boards. Like I'm looking at the bigger picture. I'm not looking at the, just denying your opponent first Ash Blossom so you could go into your combo. I'm looking at board breaks more. Like Crossout Designator can only, like, you yourself run 3 Ash Blossom and 2 Called by the Grave, right? So he does have something. So the chances of you drawing those, I mean, they are pretty low, but still, you could draw into them. You could like run 3 Crossout Designators, but that's gonna take up 3 spots from your deck. I would rather use those 3 spots for Forbidden Droplet or Dark Ruler no more. Like with Crossout Designator, it's only like at most it will be cross-outing a Nibiru. I'm not gonna waste my Ash Blossom on this. I'm gonna Ash Blossom his first. So since I know he's playing some sort of Tri Brigade, it could be Zodiac, it could be Bird Up, but I'm gonna Ash Blossom his Fractal effect activation. I'm just gonna Ash Blossom the Fractals activation. And he doesn't have another Called by the Grave, okay. So okay, if you're playing Tri Brigade at this point, right? Your opponent does this, Ash Blossom your first Fractal. The playthrough for that is if you have a kit in your hand, you could normal the kit, tribute it to go into Linky Burrow. If you run Linky Burrow in your extra deck, then activate kit in your graveyard, send a Nervall, and then go into your combo from there. For Nervall, you search for Kairos, activate Kairos, all that stuff. Alright. I am just gonna imperm this. Don't want any shenanigans of special summoning stuff out with the Warbler. So I think he still has his normal summon, right? This card is special summoned. Yeah, that was his special summon, so that's his normal summon now. So he could use these 2 Link Climb and then activate this to get Kairos in his hand, and then with Kairos he could, banish cards and go into Ferret. With Ferret he could go, so he's gonna go into, okay, Recital Starling. So he's gonna activate this in his graveyard. He's gonna Chainlink 2 to it, okay. I mean, as long as he doesn't go into Zeus, we're pretty good. So now I'm thinking I should have saved the Imperm. I should have saved the Imperm for any big monster that he normals or specials. I mean, XZs into. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, Imperming that Warbler could have been a mistake now. Like, it could have been a mistake. Hmm. I mean, let's see. He's gonna go use these to go into another Starling. I'm assuming then use 2 Starlings to go. Yeah, he's gonna do that. He's gonna go into Zeus. He's going to go into 2 Material Zeus, I believe. Or okay. Okay, so I would kind of need. Oh, he's going into Utopic Draco Future, okay. He'll still activate the Nerval in the graveyard, right? He still has the Nerval activation. He hasn't used it to search for Kairos. So that's the Utopic Draco Future. It's the harder ones per turn. Harder ones per turn meaning it's when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card, negate the activation. Then if the monster is on the field, gain control of it. So it's a hard once per turn negation. So I have to somehow bait out his negation. To actually go into my combo. And this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. That's the first thing it says. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So he is going into Robin. With Robin, he can hit us in the face. Or even this. Oh no way, is he going... Is he trying to OTK? No, he's not, okay. So this will go into a 4 Material Zeus. 4 Material Zeus plus monster negation. But even if I go into Raigeki. Oh, he's not gonna climb up into Zeus? Okay. So now I need Prankit's place. Monster Reborn, okay. Do I have a Pandemonium? I don't. Okay, so I'll start by Monster Reborning my Lamses. Like, I don't think I can out his board. I really don't think I can out his board. Hmm. Okay, that's a hard once per turn, right? It's not a once per turn? Oh, it's apparently not once per turn. So, I don't know if it's. Oh man. Like, I have no way of outing his true utopic Draco future. Hmm. I don't have dropsies in my graveyard, so I can't go into Butler. Like, I can't activate Doodle Doo because if I activate Doodle Doo, he'll just take control of it. So I'm kind of forced to not activate Doodle Doo. Oh, that's not a hard one per turn, so that's gonna bounce this card. Actually, I should have went into battle phase to kill that with my Roxy's, right? Yeah, I should have went to the battle phase to kill that with my Roxy's. But I still couldn't out his card, his true Draco, Utopic Draco future. He will have enough damage next turn to kill me anyways. Yeah, this is his game. He'll have enough damage to kill me next turn. It's really easy to out my Dropsies. Yeah, that's just kind of kind of sad. Anyways, so that's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you for streaming into my stream. This whole thing will be uploaded on YouTube as soon as I click end stream. So if you guys want to watch it again, you guys can watch it. Uh, as always, I keep uploading two videos of my prank kids on YouTube every day, so you guys can check it out if you want. If you like, you know, if you like the video, hit the like, subscribe, comment, do the stuff. And anyways, this is JPB Duel signing out for today. I will come online tomorrow. I will stream. I'll try to stream every day, but again, we'll see about it. Good night, guys. You guys have a good night. Hope and have a good Monday. Like, I hate Mondays, but have a good Monday. Anyways, peace out, guys.